Christian Epps got the opportunity of a lifetime to work on Beyonce's Black is King project, and that created a whole lot of opportunities in a different way. Christian joins me now. Nice to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, you're a well-known lighting and photography director. You've done a lot of work in Hollywood. By the way, how's the lighting here? You look great.
Your lighting is better than my lighting. I need to hire some professionals.
Yeah, I've got this big box set light right here. See, yeah, they're good. There you go. So let's talk a little bit about Lights, Camera, Diaspora, because that to me is what came out of. I want to know where it came out of. Actually, let's start at the very beginning with your story.
Okay. Well, my story, I started in high school, and it literally got me on track. I was a bad student, got into theater, performing arts, got on the crew, started doing lighting, and became an A student. And I was like, okay.
Wow.
And found, it's cliche but true, found something that is my passion in life, and it helps, steer a lot of things. Went to Howard undergraduate, went to NYU for grad school, was working in New York in the theater, worked for a couple of well-known names. I spent years with Spike Lee and Ava DuVernay, with probably 20 years in between, Michael Jackson. So I have a lot of opportunities along the way, all because I got out of class early and got on the crew. But in the process, somewhere I got a client and took me from LA to Nigeria to do a show. It happened to be, by chance, a Beyonce concert in Nigeria in 2006. And that turned into several years. That turned into more clients who knew from LA that I worked over there. And then I had people asking me for help on a regular basis on that side, because we have Hollywood. Right. And so at some point I looked around and realized a bunch of people here who were interested but didn't know their path, didn't know anybody over there, and people there who wanted what we had. So I started this nonprofit, and I invited two people, Mona Lisa Wakike and Lorna Johnson, to help structure the thing, because it was clear to me that when people find a passion that they love and that they can throw themselves into, it can outrun all the challenges in life.
You see the joy in their faces, and I've seen some of the videos that you've put on your website. The joy in the actors and the crew, they're just so thrilled to be able to get top-notch mentors to help them understand, the subtleties of film and how you make a film and how you make it look good, and that's really what your craft is all about. But to me, what really stood out is Nollywood and something called the Nigerian hustle, because these people are so interested in what you're doing and in this craft. Tell me about that.
The hard work. So after spending now about 15 years of working there, I'm convinced they are the hardest working group of people I've ever met in life, period.
Wow.
And the films reflect a commitment to doing it yourself and getting it done. That's one of the things I love about working there, is it refreshes your vigor and your energy and your excitement, because you see people who are like, 120%. They don't have the structures we have, the financing, the infrastructure. We have so many advantages, and yet they are full tilt, producing many more films a year than the U.S. actually in quantity. If I understand correctly, they're the second largest after Bollywood, the second largest film producers in the world.
Wow.
Yes, and so what we're trying to do at LCD is to participate in bridging those gaps between the U.S. and all the resources and the continent, where all of these people are interested in trying and working hard. Because we can put the two together, that becomes a huge force for good.
And so one of the things that you want to help, and from what I understand, is that you want to help get their projects here, because of course this is where distribution lives. And so tell me about that process, because I'm sure they'd like to get on Netflix and Hulu and Amazon.
Exactly. So, I've been fortunate to work with many of these names, and they have the U.S. side and the European side, Australia, things like that. They have a high standard of production quality. So in order for those films on the continent to reach international audiences on a larger scale, we have to upgrade the production. And I can contribute to that. I'm not a writer, I'm not an actor, I'm not a director, but I and my network of people, we can now get on board and contribute to growing those skill sets, which makes financial sense for the communities, governments in terms of jobs and employment opportunities, as well as social, political messaging as well. You know, everybody knows what Times Square looks like all around the world.
Yeah, you know, it strikes me that, you know, you're one of those unusual leaders in Hollywood who actually has extended a hand of mentorship and friendship and love in your craft, instead of, you know, buying the giant house on Carbon Beach in Malibu and saying, I'm rich, I don't need anybody. You haven't closed the door, you haven't built a wall around you. You really feel the need to do that. And I commend you for that. That is amazing work that you're doing. And so how do we get involved with you in LCD?
Well, LCD is involved on the ground in most continents in Africa in so many different ways. We're working with equipment, we're working with equipment sales, rentals, we're working with bringing people from this side. If you go to our website, lightscameradiaspora.org, then you can connect with us, email us, but there are many different ways. Some people want to get online with our online content of conversations and contribute for an hour. And some people would get on a plane and go. So as soon as Corona lets us, we can take you and any of your followers who are listening, who are interested. You know, we're trying to organize. We need support. We need, you know, we need help. We need funding. We need all these things that organizations need in order to do the mission, you know.
All right, so let's decide right here and now, okay? You ready, Christian? BeyondTV is willing to and ready to distribute on our little platform any short film that you know, people that want to get their stuff out into an American American English-speaking, you know, channel. We'd love to share it. We'd love to be able to have it here. So, you know, this is one of the outlets that you should count on as a place and a home for those kinds of projects.
You're making my day.
Good. Happy to do that.
That's great. We've had many, many opportunities to develop things on that side. And your offer is uncommon and rare to, you know, extend airtime, you know.
Well, you know, it's heartfelt, and I so appreciate what you're doing, because it's at our core mission here at BeyondTV that we do this kind of thing. And I think what you're doing is also really to be respected and admired. And I so appreciate you taking the time to be with us today.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
All right, Christian Epps. Again, it's lightscameradiaspora.org.
Yes.
We'll put it all in the information so that people can find you and connect. But continued success to you and great work.
Thank you so much. Really, really a pleasure to meet you. And I look forward to watching some of our content, some of our participants' content on your channel.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. All right, Christian, thank you so much.
Thank you. You have a great day.